Today we're going to talk about running AI models on your local machine. Hi, I'm Christian.
And I'm Bram. Hello.
Hey, today I'm going to talk about running AI on your local developer machine.
Okay, even on my one.
Could be.
Could be, okay. Is it strong enough?
Yeah, sure. You don't need that much.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about all kinds of different options. But first, to have some comparison, I would like to take you to Azure, where you're probably more familiar with running your models. So let's close this one. So this is Azure AI Foundry, right?
Yeah, looks as I expected it to.
Yeah. So you have this model catalog, and you can choose your models you want to deploy on your environment. Then here with your models, you can see which models I already have deployed in my Azure AI Foundry.
Yep.
And then for such a model, I can actually go to the model and see there's this endpoint available. And so I can call it, but I can also call that from Postman, for example.
Yeah, you can connect to it and then, sure.
Yeah, but I can also here in the playground ask it questions like, who is the father of Luke Skywalker? Probably with some typing mistakes, but it will tell me about Anakin Skywalker that becomes Darth Vader, for example.
Yeah.
But calling these endpoints, I can do that from any application, for example, Postman. So
or your command line.
Yeah. So here I'm in Postman.
Yep.
And I see this the same URL I just saw in Azure, and I can call it, and I have to specify such a JSON with two messages. One is the system message, where I can specify what I expect of the model to do.
Yep.
And then the user question, in this case, who is the father of Luke Skywalker. And when I send this request, it will come back with some JSON again. And then the JSON is the answer, and it's kind of the same answer, because, hey, it's still the same father, right?
Should be similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Same model, so...
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's running in the cloud. So now I want to do it locally.
Okay.
So I have a couple of options. Probably the most well-known is using Olama. You can install that. I actually will show you some different ones.
Okay.
And probably my favorite is using LM Studio.
Just download it for free, you can install it.
Yeah, and we'll actually do some updates every 2 or 3 days. It's kind of every time I open it, there's a new version out of it.
Really fast-paced.
Yeah, and becomes cooler every day.
That's what we like.
Yeah, but you can to show you what's similar. I can go here and search for models, just like we saw on Azure. And so maybe I want to do something with images, and it'll find image models. Maybe I want to do something with audio.
So this is a repository then?
Yeah, it's using a Hugging Face, and that's a repository with all kinds of models that people trained and then uploaded for you to use.
Oh, nice.
But you can download those locally and then use them on your own machine. I have a couple of them installed already.
Yeah.
So depends on the task I want to do. I can choose a model that fits the job. And depending on the task given, and you see different sizes, for example.
Some are really big.
Some are big, some are pretty small.
Yeah.
There are different things you can do. For example, these are the language models.
Yeah.
So where you can chat with your model and have it do stuff. But maybe there are also, for example, the text embedding models, where I can specify it with some text, and then it will generate the meaning out of it. So the embedding in a numeric format. We have some better talks about vector databases, so I can explain that a little bit further. So then I can go to this tab. So I'm on my local server now.
Yep.
And here I can see there's this also URL, which I can call. In this case, of course, it's local, so I can use my local IP address and then port 1234 to actually call this server now.
Yeah.
So I could go to flight mode and then have it shut off
I believe
the
you.
internet.
I believe you. So your Postman call should be the same then?
Yeah, so when I click here, you can see that URL and the same JSON.
Yeah.
Difference is that I want to use a local model, for example, but yeah, the system message is the same, the user question is the same. So the answer, of course, is going to be a little bit different because it's a different model.
Yeah.
But the results should be the same.
Similar,
it's like Anakin Skywalker and it's known to be Darth Vader. And in my server, I can actually see these calls coming in and see the responses being generated and those kind of things. But that's pretty cool for debugging, for example.
Yeah.
All right. So this works really great. Next thing I want to point out, for example, is it will use the GPU.
Yeah.
So I have a GPU on my machine, and when I ask it a question, you will see the GPU spike because it will do not on the CPU, but will do it on the GPU because it's way faster.
Yeah, GPU is more optimized for your LLMs. Yeah. Okay.
It's now already a spike because probably it's now rendering also on the back end some stuff like presentation, those kind of things. Normally, when I ask it a question, you should see a spike somewhere. So let's send it again. Let's see if I can see it spike. Yeah, there's a spike of my question. You see it's being handled by the GPU.
Yeah.
I also have an NPU on my machine, so that's specific for AI tasks. LM Studio is not compatible with that yet.
Yes, okay. So maybe check in 2 days, let's see what happens.
Maybe it's there. For example, just a month ago, LM Studio was capable of processing one request at a time.
Yeah.
So if you actually want to run it as a server and have an application on that, and everybody has to wait for each other. Well, yeah, I think it's a month ago they published a new version. Now you can do it in parallel. So it's really in a server scenario now.
So it goes really, really fast. Is it open source or is it proprietary?
I think it's open source.
Okay. So everybody can contribute.
Yeah.
So if you want to integrate or develop an NPU option, then everybody can help. So that's cool.
Yeah. So another option is using Olama, for example. You can do it via command line. But yeah, we're a Microsoft company, right?
Yeah.
Microsoft-related company.
We use a lot of Microsoft
stuff. Yeah. And Microsoft has the Azure Foundry, but also has Foundry Local.
Oh.
So let's go to the terminal.
Yeah.
Because that's not a nice visual way of doing stuff. But I can. That's not what I want to ask it now.
But I really like terminals. Watch our water. There's the spoiler.
So I can install Foundry Local of Microsoft.
Okay, just with
WinGet. Using WinGet. Yeah. In this case, I've already installed it, so it will check if there's an update, for example. I hope not, because that would ruin my demo. Yes, no upgrade available. Cool.
Yeah.
And now I can ask it version, for example. Yeah, it's already installed.
Yeah.
And I can ask it also for a model list, which models are available, and it will give me some options there. So I can browse it and I can see which one I want to use.
Quite a lot of them.
For example, the Phi 4 models from Microsoft themselves, or DeepSeek, or whatever, or Mistral. You can see a lot of things available.
I see a couple of GPU, NPUs.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Or?
Yeah, kind of.
Sorry.
A good question. Because this actually allows to use the NPU in my machine. So I've got a couple installed, just like I did previously in LM Studio. I showed you the list of things I've installed. In this case, I've installed like DeepSeek and some Phi models, and some of them have an NPU version out of it. Some have a GPU, and also have an NPU. So, for example, if I use this 4 mini or the 4 mini reasoning, I would expect to see the NPU do
then
the work
you utilize it. Okay, yeah.
So let's try to load this model.
Okay.
I use the dash retain so I can load more models in the same time.
Mm-hmm. Loading. Oh, it has a nice clock animation. Love that.
Yeah. Can take some time the first time you load it. So let's see how quick this goes.
And otherwise, we'll just have to keep on talking about it. So why would you? Oh, there it is.
Yes. And now I can ask it questions like, "Hey, what's the average temperature in the Netherlands?" And it starts thinking, and will provide me with an answer. But meanwhile, we can see here that my NPU now is doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
And so it's still building up the answer here. And telling us about temperatures from the winter in January until July is the warmth, and all those kind of things. So what you would expect for LM to provide, right?
Yeah.
But still, it's totally local, not connected to the internet, just generating answers based on
what you ask it. Yeah, and it does localization, I see, because it answered standard in Celsius, which is what we use here. And then it's kind enough to also list the Fahrenheit. So you would, if it's a model that's trained by, I don't know who, then this is things that you would look out for, because standard you could expect, because it's English, that it would list things in Fahrenheit.
I have not tried if it changes, but I guess it knows my local settings.
Yeah, no, you asked about the Netherlands, right? So that makes sense. So it's even smart in that way.
Yeah. So now I'm going to use this reasoning model, and a reasoning model kind of different from a normal model, because it first starts with making up a plan. So start thinking. It will actually. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want to go out of here and do this one. Yeah. So it's now loading that different model. So if I ask that a question, it will start thinking and say, well, I'm going to need to create a plan. So for example, I'm going to ask it, hey, I want to create a C# program that calls the HTTP endpoint. And so we'll start thinking, well, then I need to use this class. And if, well, let's see what it will do. So I want to write a C program and start thinking, and then start with actually a think tag now. Should be. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Oh, I need to write a C program. Let's think about the approach. So it's really making this approach before it actually starting to answer with the outcome that the user wants to.
It makes steps then,
So it needs to use a HTTP client, makes sense, and then, oh wait, maybe I want to have a complete program. And
it's
then,
second guessing itself.
Let's wait, and and there's an error handling needed. And it's a real nice plan, and actually, downside is, it will take like 2 minutes before it actually has a plan to come up with the answer.
But this is how we work as well, right?
Yeah.
So,
but it's the proper answer. So
when we think about code structure.
That's pretty cool to see it happening in the back.
Yeah. And I guess you can influence its reasoning as well. Can you give guidelines?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So depending on your prompt need, you can trigger it. Well, it's
there you go.
all together. So
yeah.
now that's the plan and the steps it will execute, and then eventually there will be a program. And indeed, my NPU is doing all the heavy lifting here. So
and your GPU is pretty low, yeah.
And there is actually
there's a program.
My C program with the HTTP client class and those kind of things. Okay, let's break it up for now. So that's the second thing I want to show you, the Microsoft Foundry Local. Completely command line, but I can ask for the server status, and then can see actually the IP and the port that is running on.
Yeah.
So now when I go to my Postman, it will do actually just the same as with Azure and with LM Studio.
Except for locally, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's the same protocol, same everything, right? Yeah.
So what's the next step in doing things locally and getting things smaller is actually doing it in a browser.
Okay.
Hey, how small can you get, right?
Yeah.
So let's close this one and close this one, and actually close this one and this one, and let's move here. I just have a simple HTML page, and I will open that with VS Code to show you what's happening there. Well, 3 lines of HTML.
Okay.
A text area and an unordered list, and then I have a script, and that will use also Hugging Face models. And I will use a zero-shot classification. That means it's not trained on the data I'm going to provide is just a trained model, and without a specific training, I will try it, and it's just a zero shot classification. And I use a specific model here, and that will be pulled into my browser. It's just a couple of megabytes.
So it runs in your browser then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So still locally.
Yeah, still locally, yeah.
And in this case, I want to have it classify the text in my input box, my text area.
Yeah.
So for example, if a user is typing on a website, I can ask it to classify what he is typing about. In this case, I give it 4 options.
Yeah.
Hey, is it about computers? Is it about sports? Is it a complaint? Is it urgent? Those kind of things.
Sounds like a phishing mail.
Yeah, well, maybe I want to see if somebody's typing, hey, there's going to be a complaint. Maybe I should react differently, or
that makes sense.
Instead of having the chatbot still trying to help the customer and is really getting annoyed, try to get some human in the loop there. Those kind of things. And then every time I have some input in my text area, I'm going to use that get classification, and then I'll put it in the list items on my screen.
Yeah.
So let's open this one in the browser. Already has pulled my model now, because when I open the network tab, I will see no network traffic at all, because it's all locally. So maybe I want to, I love writing programs, so it's probably 89% sure it's about computers. For tracking my running this, it's lagging a little bit.
Yeah, I see change from 93. Oh, and it's...
Oh, so it's running distance, so it's probably about sporting.
Yeah.
Okay. I must do it now. It's lagging a little bit. Not sure why that's happening today. That's now being urgent.
Because now.
Yeah.
And it even sorts it.
Yeah. Maybe I hate writing programs.
Doesn't sound like you.
No, but now it's a complaint again. For example.
Wow. And no network traffic still?
No, all running locally.
So does this run in shared memory then, or is it written to disk in your local storage space, or where does it live?
Yeah, it's in the browser sandbox.
In browser sandbox, okay. Yeah. So it's even contained.
Yeah.
Nothing that is your system isn't being exposed to anything.
And your server is not taking a hit for making AI things for your customer, for example. So you can run this easily on your local browser. Sorry for the lagging. I think that's because we have some recording at the back now. Because normally this works flawlessly.
Could be. But still, this is very useful for local development, local testing, local debugging.
No.
You don't have to do something expensive. And when you're done, the same model can be used in the cloud, right? So that's
if you want to, but for this example, I would always want to have it on the
local machine.
Local machine, because then my server is independent and it's really quick. So,
exactly, and contained. So before you ship anything to production, we can check if it's safe and if it's good, and then we can just ship it with. And then you just change the URL, I guess.
Yeah. And it's also a good question, because maybe you want to test locally and then move to the cloud. But there are, of course, scenarios where you don't want to go into the cloud. Maybe your data is very private and you don't want to, or not allowed by law to ship it somewhere else. Now with all the big tech in America and the world changing, might also be a good reason to think about what should we do on our own machines, or what can we trust the cloud with.
Be sure to know what you expose, when and why.
So at least have some options.
Yeah, you have some options.
And hopefully I showed you that there are options.
Yeah, I really the use case that I would be very interested in is, hey, I can create test data with this method. Just ask LLM to, there's some libraries that can make test data for me, but I can ask it and it just makes it on the fly, which for me is very handy because I don't get any confirmation bias. I cannot hard code any tests anymore, but it sure can help me.
Cool. And the last thing, of course, it's free in the sense that you don't have to buy tokens or endpoints or whatever. You run it locally, so
So no
it'll only
licenses.
cost your own energy bill.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, it runs on our normal laptop. So
And the wear and
pretty
tear.
cool.
Wow.
Okay,
Nice.
that's what I want to show you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very interested. I'm keen to try it out myself.
Cool.
Have
Well,
fun with it as well.
Thank you, and see you next time.
And let us know if you have any use cases that we could try out.
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.